It is a frosty morning this morning. We've had a couple of frosts. We had a frost yesterday, but today is the coldest frost we've had. It is minus 4.4. Ooh wee. But hopefully it'll turn into a beautiful sunny day. It did yesterday. It was minus 3 yesterday morning, but this is the coldest one we've had. But it does look beautiful. Farm activities today. We've got Jake and Frank and Ben and George visiting for the weekend. So what we're doing is pumping some water from the creek all the way up this hose, all the way to this tank, which we've done before and filled up the trough for the animals, and then came down a couple of weeks later and the tank was empty. So it's leaking somewhere, we're not sure where, so we've got to fill it up again. But we have pumping rights to the creek, and there's a pump down here. It's just a matter of getting the pump going. So, and there is a big wombat hole down here. So we'll have a look at that. Let's see if I can get down there. Can you see the hole, boys? I'll come down and see the big wombat hole. Is anybody there?
Yeah.
What is it, Ben?
Wombat hole.
Look at this wombat hole. I think I can see some wombat poo right in the start of it. Yeah. Can you see anyone, Ben? No.
I'm not sure. Oh, it.
All right. We'll go and see how the boys are going with the pump.
I see it.
You see it?
I see wombat
Don't need to do everything he's doing.
hole.
Oh, you got it.
Pump is going. Pump
What happened there?
was going. Uh-oh.
Not clear.
Take two. Got the pump started. So the hose is nicely full with water now. I'm coming all the way up to the tank, and now we're going to have to see where it's leaking. You found it?
So there's nothing leaking here. There was a big ice block came out of the hose.
Oh. But nothing leaking there. Right. So next.
I reckon it's out of this.
Connection, which is just
And I bought a couple of washers.
garden hose, which goes to this trough here, which is very green. And when we arrived on the farm, there was some goldfish in here, and I did see them, but this tank needs a good clean out. That's a bit gross, isn't it? You can hear the water rushing into the tank. And now to see I put a new washer on there and see if that's where it's leaking from. Because we filled up this tank full, and within a couple of weeks it was empty and there was not even any stock in here, so we know it wasn't drunk. We know it's leaking. But under this tank Also, I'll show you, is Ben and I were kicking the dirt back. But look, the big wombat hole under this tank. We're kicking all the dirt back to see if he comes back. The kids have gone up to the house for lunch. They were getting a bit tired and needed some sustenance. And then we're going to go for a ride on the tractor and then finish building some chicken coop, hopefully. Fun times on the farm. We'll be getting stock back in this side of the farm probably within the next week and a half, 2 weeks. So we want to make sure that this is working properly. And we haven't had the cows in here for about 5 weeks, 4 or 5 weeks, but there has been minimal growth because it's been cold. It was -5 degrees outside this morning. And it's pretty cloudy. All right, I think we haven't found a leak, so we'll keep monitoring it. See you again soon. So Robert came down and cleaned out the tank, and now it's nice and clear. And there's actually some goldfish in there, if you can see. There's about 7 goldfish in there, and you could not see them when it was so green and algae. So that's really nice and clear and full. So that is certainly not leaking. And the sun's coming up. It's going to be a nice day.
Well, there's frost on the roof.
That's the exhaust, yeah.
How to make grandsons happy? Take them for a ride on the Papa and Ben going for a ride in the tractor. Not sure where they're going or what they're doing. One bucket going. Pull out a tree. Look how big they are now. So big, and they are starting to escape. But they are starting to come down and eat out of my hand now. So I try and do that a couple of times a day so that we start to get to know each other a bit better. But getting so big, look, so much feathered on their heads now and their little tails. And some of their little combs, you can see, are a lot redder than some others. Which that one there, you can see, is a lot bigger, and I'm suspecting would be a rooster. We've had a couple of escapes, so we had to do a makeshift lid, which we need to revise that. Ooh! One just nearly jumped out. Ooh, I better put the lid on. But that's the chicken update, 3 weeks old. And look how big, how much they grow in 3 weeks is amazing. Alright, until next time. Look, one's just flown up on there. I better make sure they're good at flying. Until next time, see ya.